Disclaimer, used for therapy and coping with my experiences, and warnings of predatory behavior and safety. But that's basically what he meant by that. That's how self-centered and full of himself that he is. He forgot about the girl he was training and only thought about himself. That's how I know he never cared about me at all. He also says that he is the GOAT of Beat Saber. He's so grandiose and full of himself, it's disgusting. He also says that the players are going to boycott the game if pro modes are released. He says this is the biggest Easter egg in gaming history, but that didn't come until later. About if it says miss, it means that you hit. He also talked about how he could add graphics to the game when he played. And get this, he also said that he could speed up multiplayer lobbies and make the box bigger and also make them glow. He would also be swinging at what he calls invisible notes. If the game developers intended for there to be invisible notes, they would have set something so that players could find them. He also said that you must use no fail because the game makes him fail, even though he says he hits everything. He also said that he got the first level cleared. It always says level cleared, even with no fail turned on. He said that confirmed that he was right. I tried to tell him that it said that for him before, and I showed him a screenshot for proof, but he completely ignored it. He insisted it was a new thing that the developers were showing him to prove what he knew and that he was right. He also thinks Beat Saber is drumming. It's not drumming in any way, shape, or form. It just got worse and worse and worse as it went on. This wasn't what I wanted. I wanted a teacher, not this delusional beep. Not someone controlling me. Someone to teach me in a kind and respectful way. He was anything but kind. Well, he was at first. But then when I started not giving into his demands, it got different and scary. One time, he said that the game developers were showing him that it was better to hear out of one ear, not two, because the sound went out on one side. He thought that the game developers were showing him something else. He even said that it helped him keep the beat better. I didn't even entertain that. How crazy can a person be? I thought that was one of the stupidest things that he has ever said about the game. And there was a lot of stupid things. There was a lot of delusional thinking. There was a lot of delusional thinking coming from him. And he also told me he was going to change my thinking. And he was sort of successful. I only cared about being a student at first, but it didn't take long for me to want more, even from the beginning. I knew he did too, because of how fast he wanted to see me in person, pushing past my boundaries one by one, and not letting me say no. He was forcing me and scaring me into a relationship. He said that he was moving back to sell his house, and he said he didn't know how long that would take. At the time, he lived in blank with his mom at her apartment. He was originally from blank blank. Little did I know he was going to come over twice. Then we were going to see the solar eclipse together, and I was going to go to Ottawa for 2 weeks and Edmonton for a month before he was even going to sell his house and leave. All he said that he was moving and wanted me to think that if I didn't rush into a relationship with him, I wouldn't have been able to see him for a long time. So that scared me and made me rush into a relationship. Just another way for him to control me. He wanted to see me really, really soon, because he knew the sooner he saw me, the better, and the more control he could have.